Hello everyone, I'm Elena, your intuitive holistic lifestyle coach, and today we're going to talk about self-confidence. Where do you get it? How do you build it? Why don't some people have it? And where did you lose it? But before I get into it, do me a favor, and I really appreciate you doing this. Hit the subscribe button at the bottom, and that gives you further alerts on my future videos that I send out. So thank you very much for doing that. So, self-confidence. Where is it? Well, it's always been in you. But to ignite it, you have to do three main things to ignite your self-confidence. Now, when I talk about self-confidence, I'm talking about walking into a room and owning it. And there is no self-doubt in your head. I mean, I'm not the skinniest person, but when I walk into a room, I make sure I own it. And that's your self-confidence exuding out. You're very secure with who you are and what you want in your life. And it doesn't come off as intimidating or frightful for other people. So there's a fine line there. People always say to me, especially after a public speaking event, they say, Elena, if I had a third of your confidence, I'd be happy as pig in the mud. How do I get that? And really, it comes down to three simple things. And these things are inside of you. It's not for you to buy or research or get a certification in. They're already in you. So let's talk about those three things. So number one, who are you? So if I asked you, who are you? What would you say? And it's interesting because when I ask my clients this question, and I usually ask them in the beginning of a coaching session, usually the first two coaching sessions, I'll say, so tell me, who are you? They'll always tell me their resume. Well, I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor, I'm a CEO, I'm a C-suite female, I'm a mom, I don't know, I'm somebody's brother, somebody's sister, somebody's wife, somebody's partner, somebody's daughter, somebody's son. And I'm like, okay, there's mistake number one. Everything I just listed, those are roles you play in your life. That's not who you are. So you can be a CEO of a company. You can be an administrator of a company, but one day that won't be your role, right? One day that company might close down or you retire and now you don't have that title beside your name. So that's not who you are. Or how about the ladies that tell me, well, I'm a mom. Okay, right now you're maybe a mom to dependent children, but one day your dependent children are going to grow up and they're going to move out on their own. Yes, you're still their mom, but they don't need you as much as they do now. So a mom is a role you play. It's not your identity. And this is the number one mistake I always see time and time again with individuals. So if you ask me, Elena, who are you? I'll say I'm a peaceful, compassionate person. That's who I am. That's who I am at my core. And that's what I put into every single one of my roles because I am somebody's wife. I am somebody's mom. I'm a mom to two beautiful daughters. I'm somebody's best friend. I'm a sister to two older brothers. Those are roles I play. But who I am at the core, I'm a peaceful, compassionate person. End of story. So number one, figure out who are you right at the core. And that's what you take into all of your roles because your roles will change in your life. So who are you? The second step I need you to do to build your self-confidence or to ignite it, basically you're letting the tiger out of the cage when you let your self-confidence come out. I need you to balance the last four doctors you'll ever need. You know, when I was getting certified to being a holistic lifestyle coach, I got certified through the Chek Institute. And Paul Chek uses the four last doctors you'll ever need. And that's what I'm talking about now. So they are Dr. Diet, Dr. Movement, Dr. Quiet, and Dr. Happiness. Now, Dr. Diet, what you put in your body is what your body gives out. Dr. Movement, are you moving too much in your life right now or not enough in your life right now? Dr. Quiet, your sleep patterns. Are you giving your body the necessary rest so it can give you the energy that you need to tack on what you are meant to do on this world? And finally, Dr. Happiness. Are you actually doing what you're truly called to do? Or are you just going through the motions like a hamster on a wheel? The four doctors are the only things you as an individual can control. And that is you taking care of you. Here's the thing, you can't control the economy, you can't control your business, you can't control your boss, your colleagues, you can't even control your kids, you can't even control your spouse and your partner. All you can control is you. So you want confidence? Take care of your four doctors because once you have control in those four doctors, you become unstoppable. You can think clearly. You have the energy to pursue what it is you actually want to do. And you have the confidence and not be afraid to say, you know what? No, that does not work for me. And I'm not going to do that. Just because you want me to do that, that doesn't work for me. And not be afraid to saying the word no, because that's okay to say no sometimes. Actually, it's very healthy to say no sometimes. And finally, the third thing you need to do to ignite your confidence, don't compromise. Ever. There are things that are non-negotiable in your life, and then there are things that are negotiable. You need to get very clear of what is absolutely non-negotiable in your life and what's negotiable in your life. So for me, would I ever have a man hit me? No, non-negotiable. Absolutely not. You'd be out that door so fast, you wouldn't know what hit you. Negotiable, if we can't always have family dinner at 5 o'clock at our table because somebody has to stay later at work, or because if there's one of the girls has an activity and that separates the family because of activities, okay, maybe on Wednesday nights we can't have family dinner at the table, but we'll make up for it for the rest of the days of the week. So there's a little bit of negotiation there, but be clear on your non-negotiables. And when it comes down to your non-negotiables, you do not compromise. There's no self-doubt. You know at your deep core that these are my non-negotiables, and you don't be afraid to express them. After all, you deserve the best out of the best, don't you? Don't settle for mediocre. You are too smart ever to settle for mediocre, whether that's in relationships, whether that's in your career, or whether it's just life in general. You absolutely deserve the life you want to live. So when it comes down to self-confidence, did you ever lose it? No, you never lost it. You never not had it. Maybe you were in a position where you couldn't express it or let it out of the cage. Well, do these 3 things, and I guarantee you're going to let your confidence out of the cage. And if you already have confidence, you're going to see it amplified big time. So, who are you? Get clear on your 4 doctors, and don't compromise on your non-negotiables. And then I guarantee you, 30 days from now, if you do this, you're going to be a completely different, more powerful person. I'm Elena Bain. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.